Hello everyone and welcome to another video by Anke and Amon Sims. In this video I'll be decorating the house you saw me working on in previous videos. Before I start decorating a house I always put up these lights in every room because I want to have enough light in a room to see the colors properly, as sometimes if you don't put up lights first then colors will look different. Whenever I decorate a house I always put down the same floor in every room. Well, at least the same floor in most normal rooms, and the same usually wooden floors, and the same tiles in the bathrooms and downstairs toilet, because I like a bit of unity within a house. I like a certain balance. I personally don't like it if you use a different floor and totally different colors in each and every room, because to me that, I don't know, just looks a bit like a circus, I guess. I'm not a big circus fan, that must be it, but to me it just looks a bit chaotic, I think, and my brain is chaotic enough as it is, so I like some peace and quiet within the interiors of my houses, I guess. I don't know. Here you see me putting wall patterns in all the rooms, and you know, like I said before, I always go for the same kind of colors in every room, so it looks nice. At least I think it looks nice. Okay, I'm working on the kitchen here, adding some counters and cabinets. These particular ones came with the cool kitchen stuff, and I really love that pack because it has very nice objects, and I like this kitchen because it's quite contemporary. It sort of goes with most of the interiors you can think of. Not always, but most of the times anyway. Adding a sink, and of course a microwave, and a espresso machine. Very important. Coffee is very important. I always like adding shelves to my rooms, which you'll see me do in a minute. There you go. But in order to add shelves, I usually use the cheat move objects on, because otherwise I won't be able to put the shelves wherever I want them. And also, if you want to be able to put different kind of objects on the shelves, you have to use this cheat, because for some reason not all objects automatically can be put on the shelves. I don't know why, but you can sort of use a cheat to put objects on there, the move objects on cheat, and then if you use the 9 then you can make the objects go up, and if you use 0 they go down again, and then by holding down the Alt button you can sort of place them more or less wherever you want. That's what I usually do, though sometimes for some reason the objects that you've put on the shelves by using the cheat disappear when you leave a house and later get back to it. I don't know why that happens, but I discovered that if you occasionally save your house while you're building, that doesn't happen. So sometimes you'll see me saving the house after I've put certain things on shelves. I don't know why that works, but apparently it does. I love this chalkboard. I use that, I think, in almost every house I make. I have certain objects that I just absolutely love, and I'll use them in most of my houses. I'm not always very original when it comes to choosing objects. Also, I don't use CC because sometimes that can mess up a game. Not always, of course. I mean, there's some brilliant CC out there. There are people who can create really wonderful objects to add to your game, but I've had some difficulties with CC in the past, so I decided not to use them anymore, especially not for houses that I also upload to the gallery, because then I also would have to keep track of where I found all the CC and add a list to all my a CC list to every object every lot I upload, and I'm too lazy to do that. I added a fireplace, and because of that I also decided to add a chimney to the house, because to me it just feels more authentic. If you have a fireplace you also need a chimney. The couch that I'm using here came with the movie expansion pack, and I love that pack. It's got so many wonderful objects. I feel as if I'm actually advertising the different Sims packs. I don't mean to do that. I just, sometimes people might wonder what objects came with what pack, so that's why I just mentioned that. Sorry. Let's see. I decided to add a rug. I always use rugs because they sort of, they as actually I don't know if you've ever seen The Big Lebowski, and he in the film he says the rug ties the room together, and that's so true. So that's why I always put rugs in my living rooms and most of the rooms. So The Big Lebowski, he was so right when it comes to rugs. Great film, by the way. Okay, I decided to create a nice little sitting corner here where Sims can just sit and relax. I love these little bean bags. They came with the movie expansion pack as well, and I really love them. Yeah, adding curtains. One of the things that I don't like about The Sims is that if you place a couch or whatever in front of the window and then add curtains, the curtains sort of seem to go through the object as if they sort of grow through it, and that looks really silly. So that's so I always use the Alt button to move the couch or whatever object I place near the curtain forward a bit, so the curtain doesn't end up growing through it. Because that's just silly. Okay. I added a coffee table, and of course I always place books everywhere. I'm a huge book addict, so you'll always see me using lots of books throughout the entire house. any house, doesn't matter, any house. Adding a desk here because Sims love using the computer to well, find a job or to troll forums. Yes, that's fun. Trolling forums is a lot of fun. Sims enjoy doing that. At least my Sims do, because I always tell them to do it. Oh well. Okay, adding more objects to shelves, of course, because I just love shelves. To me, adding shelves to any room just makes it look a bit more authentic. Oh, here you'll see my video pausing. That's because my sister came in and bugged me. No, she didn't bug me, sorry. A little bit, she did a little bit, yeah, she did. Okay, adding a radio because Sims like to dance and listen to music. My sister's going to crucify me now. Oh well, anyway. Adding more objects to the shelves. I love this little Einstein puppet. Einstein is one of my big heroes, so whenever I can find an excuse to add this little puppet to a house, I will. I also really like these posters that came with the movie pack. Some of them actually came for free with the latest update, which I thought was a really nice gift. Origin sometimes does that, or actually often does it. Whenever there's an update, they add a few little surprises here and there, and I really enjoy that. I don't know if you noticed, but I just turned off the move object on cheat because I wasn't sure whether the side table I placed against the wall there was going to interfere with the door or not. And whenever I'm not quite sure if an object can be placed at a certain spot without obstructing Sims when you actually play the game, I always turn off the cheat, see if I can place an object there, and if it's okay, then I place it and turn on the cheat again so I can continue with my bookshelves and other shelves. Okay, just creating a nice little corner over here because otherwise it looks kind of boring. It's a bit of a lost space, really. Oh well, but it looks nice anyway, nice enough anyway. Okay, that's the living room done, I think. Yes. Now on to the downstairs toilet. As you can see, I've used the same counters that I use in the kitchen and toilet. That's just because of the whole unity thing I've got going on. I just like it when everything in a house matches. Everything in a house needs to match. Doesn't matter what room you're decorating, it all needs to match with other things in the house. Otherwise, I don't like it. Okay, adding a nice little plant there as well. I didn't decorate the toilet too elaborately because, you know, there's no point. And sometimes less is more, right? Okay, decorating the hallway, adding some stuff. As you can see. Yeah, I think. Oh yeah, I forgot to put wall pattern on the side of the stairs, but I fixed that. I noticed it and I fixed it. Yay! That's downstairs done, I think, and we'll be moving upstairs. Yes, the master bedroom. I wanted to use a walk-in closet, and then I noticed that the area was actually too big, so I made it a bit smaller because I don't like it when there's too much lost space within a house. You know, you have to use all the space in a house, I think. I just added a bed, and then I'm going to add bedside tables. Decided to go for different ones. Don't know why. Doesn't matter. As you'll see, I tend to use the same bookcase over and over again. This one. I just love this bookcase because it's very high and it's very slim. Some of them are a bit bulky. This one is nice and slim and very elegant. So that's why I keep using this one. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's probably just why. Going to... Oh yeah, I wanted to place this here, but then it doesn't really fit that space, so I decided to put it on the other side of the wall. This is also something that came with the movie pack. It really does have wonderful, wonderful objects, and I'm really not trying to sound like a commercial here. I'm sorry, I do sound like a commercial. I don't mean to. Something else to put on the wall. I don't like too many empty spaces on the wall. Oh, I really love these little paintings. They came with the Get Together expansion pack. They look kind of Victorian-like. If you zoom in, you can see that they look, I don't know, Victorian-like. Okay. Adding more shelves to put plants on and books and whatnot. Just nice stuff. I really love shelves because they make a room look cozy. To me, they really are the finishing touch to a room. I think that's the bedroom done. Oh no, adding another stool. And then I'm going to move on to the next room. I think. Yes, I am. I wasn't sure at first what I was going to do with this room, since I decided not to have any kids, any Sims kids. I didn't want to turn it into another bedroom, so I turned it into a studio, or whatever you want to call it. I actually, whenever I play The Sims, I always have them paint a lot, because Sims really, they create the most lovely paintings. And not only that, when you have your Sims create paintings, you'll have more objects to use in your house. So I basically treat my Sims as slaves. That's what I do. I want more objects, so they have to paint. I think that makes sense. Poor Sims. I decided to add a whole bunch of carpets inside this room because it looks a bit, I don't know, messy, artistic, a bit, I don't know, I just like the look of it. I think a studio should be a bit messy, so I just added a whole bunch of carpets. Okay, don't know if that makes sense. It does to me. Oh, and I also decided not to put too many paintings inside the studio, because, you know, if the Sims actually paint something very nice, you can put it up there in that room. Whenever I create a bathroom, I like to add a wall between the shower and the bathtub, basically because I don't like the way most showers look, so I tend to hide them between walls. I don't know, I just like the way that looks. What else do I have to say? Oh, I don't know. Yes, I just added another wall, and of course I'm going to add shelves, because you need to be able to put toilet stuff in your bathroom. Bathroom stuff. Yeah. That makes sense, doesn't it? Yes, I think it does. So I'm just adding a whole bunch of stuff to these shelves up here again, just to give it a nice homey, cozy kind of look. And of course, a laundry basket. Not that they actually use it, it's just for decoration. But it gives the bathroom a nice, authentic kind of look. It makes it look more realistic. And of course they want a mirror so they can sort of freshen up, brush their teeth and whatnot. Change their look sometimes. Sometimes they want to change their look, so you can do that by having them use the mirror as well. Adding more lights. I actually use these lights a lot because they just I don't know, they have a nice warm kind of glow to them. Sometimes when you add different lights, or some of the lights, they seem to have a very white kind of glow, white kind of light, and I think that always makes a room look very, very cold, very chilly. And whenever you use a very bright white light in a room, it doesn't really matter what you put in it, it'll be almost impossible to get it to look very cozy. And the lights that I use in this house, they all have a nice warm glow. So I use these lights a lot in many of my houses. I do have favorite objects, I'm sorry people, so it doesn't always make me very original, I'm sorry. Okay, just adding books, of course. Yes, books, more books. A house cannot have enough books. I'm also adding a few of these wonderful movie posters. I really love them. I love their size. I love, well, everything about them really. And I think that's almost the interior done. Yes, so we're going to move on to the porch, the back porch first. I wanted to create a nice lounge area here, but for some reason I just couldn't decide where to put all the couches. It took me a little while to figure out what would be the best way to place them, but you know, I think I figured it out in the end. Oh, you'll also see me actually moving the hedges a bit, because as you can see, the hedge sort of grows through the fence, and I didn't like the way that looked, so I used the Alt key to move the hedges a bit. You'll see me move it a bit again, see? Yeah, that just looks better. I can be a bit nitpicky when it comes to building, but hey, I'm actually nitpicky about everything I do in life. It's a curse. It is. Okay, adding a table and some chairs outside because Sims love having a barbecue, and well, they need a table to sit down at to eat their dinners. I wasn't really sure at first how I was going to decorate the terrace here, and I decided to go with these hedges in a pot. But yeah, it took me a little while to sort of decide how to place them exactly, and then they were too big, and then I had to move them again, and I made the terrace a bit bigger, you know, to place them just the way I wanted it. So that's what I did. Oh well. It took me a little while, but I figured it out eventually. See, here you see me making the terrace a bit bigger. Okay, next I'll be adding some benches to the area in front of the pool, so people can just sit there and relax as well. One of the last things I usually do when I decorate a house or a garden is add garden lights. I don't know why, that's almost the last thing I do. Well, I do know why actually. It also has to do with where you place the other objects, the other benches and whatnot. Yeah. Oh well, I'm babbling. Sorry, I'm doing it again. Okay, if I want to, when I place the lights outside, I always switch to night mode, so I can see what the garden will look like when it's dark. And what I like to do is I normally use little lights, small lights, and I just place them in between the bushes and whatnot, because it sort of creates a very nice atmosphere when it's dark. You don't actually see the lights when it's light because they're sort of hidden inside the bushes. Um, but that's okay. I don't want you to see them. They have to be hidden. And that's the house done. Yes, thank you for watching.